Okay, fine. I'll drop the recipe. Today I'm going to show you how to make the most gorgeous leek and potato soup, and it's going to be perfect for those upcoming winter months. So ingredients wise, what you want is some potatoes, leeks, red onions, some carrots, garlic, vegetable stock cubes, and then some seasonings of your choice. I'm going for smoked sea salt, black pepper, and some thyme. And then to pair with this on the side, we're going to have some bread. I've gone for a tiger baton with some cheese and some homemade garlic mayo. If you want the recipe for the mayo, just let me know. But it is the most incredible mayo I've ever eaten in my life. I'm not even lying to you. I hate mayo on its own. I hate plain mayo, but that, I just can't get enough. So firstly, you want to peel your spuds. Once they're all peeled, get them chopped up into cubes. Which knife do I take? That one. And you'll want your cubes to be roughly this size. Once they're all chopped, you can slide all of them into your wok. And no, before anyone asks, it doesn't have to be a wok. You can use a large saucepan. I just think woks are more convenient. And then we're going to do exactly the same things with our carrots. Peel, chop them up into cubes. Well, semicircles. And then you can pop those in with your potatoes. And now we want to boil the kettle to make our stock. While that's boiling, you can get your veg stock cubes into a jug. Pour your water in. And then just give that a really good mix before you pour any more in. And now all of that is going to go in your wok with everything else so far. We just need to make sure everything's covered here. Don't worry about how long it boils for. That doesn't matter in this case because everything's getting mixed together anyway. And now while that's boiling, we can get our leeks ready. Once your leeks are ready, they can all go into a frying pan. And then we're just going to chop up these onions and this garlic. And now they're all chopped. I'll try to stop crying first. You can whack those into the pan with the leeks as well. And then just give that a little drizzle of olive oil. And then we can put that on low to cook. So what we're doing with this is we're just going to fry it off a little bit before we put it in with the rest of the soup. Chopping garlic is easier than a lot of people might think, right? So you have to get all the skin off, but I mean, there's an easy way to do this. All you have to do, pop it on your chopping board and easy. Get that little end bit off. Oh, there's an onion. Get that end bit off and then it all comes off. Easy. And then we can just chop that little bit of garlic into fine pieces. And then what you want to do here is get a tiny bit more oil in the center and pop your garlic in there. And the reason we've waited a while before putting the garlic in is because garlic cooks very quickly. So in a matter of seconds, this could go brown. But when you start to smell that garlic, that's when it's the best. That's when it's basically perfect. So when we start to smell this garlic coming through, we can mix that in with everything else in the pan. And as you can see, potatoes and carrots still bubbling away. Haven't touched that at all. Don't need to touch that. Unfortunately, I've got some spare black garlic butter that I could put in. Mix that all in when it's melted. And then whenever you're happy with that, you can add it to the rest of the soup. And then, to check if those carrots and potatoes are done, grab that fork you use for your stock and just see if it slides right through a potato. Disclaimer, we are going to need a hand blender for this, but they are only around 20 quid, and when you've got one, you've got one. And then we can turn the heat down and pop our blender in. And then this is what it should look like when it's all blitzed up. If you want it any thinner for any reason, any thinner than this, then just add water. If you want it any thicker, don't use as much water. And the reason we haven't seasoned it yet is because we don't know what it tastes like yet. So we're going to give it a taste first. It's pretty good without anything really. But no, we will be using our seasonings now to adapt the taste a little bit, make it a bit more to my liking. We're going to add some pepper first, and we're going to add some thyme. And then obviously we've got some salt, but it's not just any salt, it's smoked sea salt. I can't record this properly because it needs two hands. But get a fair bit of salt in this, give it an extra bit of twang. And then if you wanted to be extra fancy, you could stick some fried leeks on the top when you put it in your bowl. But we're just gonna stick to the bread. Spread that mayo all over there because it's so good. Oh! We've got Welsh rarebit on one side and then some extra mature on the other. We're just gonna stick it in under the grill. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is good for you. This is healthy. It's cheap to make. It doesn't take too long to make. And it's absolutely delicious.